So before Kevin Durant became one of the faces of the NBA while winning multiple championships since he joined the Golden State Warriors, there's actually a lot of untold story between him and LeBron James that you completely missed out on. LeBron and KD have been seen working out with each other for many years now, have teamed up on Team USA, and KD was even selected first pick by LeBron himself to be a part of his All-Star team, but the relationship goes beyond the lines of the court. With the rumors of Kevin Durant joining the Los Angeles Lakers alongside LeBron James during the 2019 free agency, the constant narrative surrounding the two competitively has actually covered up the untold story between the two. But before we get into the mystery between KD and King James, we have to start from the very beginning. Kevin Durant was actually born on September 29th of 1988 in Washington, D.C. to parents Wanda Durant and his father Wayne Pratt. Durant also has a sister Brianna and two brothers Tony and Rayvon. But when Kevin was a kid, his dad left his family and eventually got divorced with his mother Wanda, but re-entered back into his life when he was 13 and traveled with him during his basketball tournaments. KD and his family grew up in Prince George's County, Maryland, which was located on the eastern outskirts of Washington, D.C. As you could have guessed, Kevin was very tall from a young age and actually reached 6 feet tall during his middle school years. While growing up, Durant wanted to play for his favorite team, which happened to be the Toronto Raptors, which included his favorite player Vince Carter. He played AAU basketball for several teams in the Maryland area and was teammates with future NBA players, including top prospect Michael Beasley. During this time, he was always wearing the number 35 as his jersey number in dear honor of his AAU coach Charles Craig, who was actually murdered at just the age of 35, and this is something KD has done throughout his legendary career up to this day. But after playing 2 years of high school basketball at National Christian Academy and 1 year with Oak Hill Academy, Durant transferred to Montrose Christian School for his senior year, growing another 5 inches before the start of his senior season and was listed at 6'7". But KD actually committed to the University of Texas before the start of that season, and at the end of the year was named the Washington Post Basketball Player of the Year, as well as the most valuable player of the 2006 McDonald's All-American game, and was getting tons of hype, being called a top 2 prospect coming out of high school that year. Now in college, he grew yet another 2 inches, now listed at 6'9", but everyone knows that KD is closer to 7 feet. With his newly founded Golden State teammate of DeMarcus Cousins joining the team, listed at 6'11", KD was actually taller than him when they were pictured together. But Durant was killing it in college ball with the Texas Longhorns, averaging a crazy 26 points and 11 rebounds, while leading the Longhorns to a 25-10 record and a 12-4 record in conference play. They were given a 4th seed in March Madness, and Texas won their first round matchup against New Mexico State, but were upset in just the second round by USC. KD did his job by putting up a 30-point and 9-rebound performance and got awards for his amazing play. Durant was the only freshman ever at this time to be given these awards, as he was named as the unanimous National Player of the Year, won the John R. Wooden Award, and also the Naismith College Player of the Year Award. KD also got his jersey number, the iconic number of 35, retired in Texas University. But on April 11th, he declared for the 2007 NBA draft and was a certain top 2 pick in that draft, along with the big man of Greg Oden, who actually turned out to be the biggest mistake ever by the Portland Trailblazers organization. Oden couldn't stay healthy and turned out to be a bust, while KD has turned into one of the biggest superstars the NBA's ever seen. For KD, he had this to say about making it to such a high level. "My dream was just to become a rec league coach. I love basketball so much, I love playing it. I just never thought that I'd make it to college, NBA, or be standing up here today. It's a surreal feeling. So many people doubted me and motivated me. I failed so many times and got back up. I got through the toughest times of my family, but I'm still standing." Durant was eventually selected with the 2nd overall pick that year by the Seattle Supersonics. But keep in mind that this is just the beginning. Before we get into the untold story between Kevin Durant and LeBron James, I real quick wanted to let each and every single one of you know that we're getting so close to 500,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed yet, what are you even doing? Subscribe right now. Now let's just get right back into it. The untold story of Kevin Durant and LeBron James. So Kevin Durant wasted no time starting his dominance in the NBA by winning Rookie of the Year, averaging an impressive 20 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. He joined Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James as the only teenagers in history to average 20 points per game over an entire season at the time, but Luka Doncic might be the next to do this. Following Durant's successful rookie season, the Supersonics relocated from Seattle to Oklahoma City, becoming the Thunder. OKC also drafted a promising guard from UCLA in Russell Westbrook, who would form an all-star combination with Durant in years to follow, and even eventually made it to the NBA Finals against LeBron James and the Miami Heat. Now Durant in his second season went crazy once again, averaging 25 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. During the 2009 and 2010 season, Durant was selected to his first ever NBA All-Star Game appearance, and the Thunder improved the record drastically by 27 wins from the previous year, and Durant once again improved his individual play, averaging 30 points per game, becoming the youngest NBA scoring champion ever and was selected to his first All-NBA team as well. During his playoff debut, they were matched up against the Los Angeles Lakers, featuring one of the best ever in Kobe Bryant. But Oklahoma City would go on to lose the series in 6 games, but at that point in time the team was on the uprise and many analysts were saying that the Thunder were an upcoming title contender. Now this is when Kevin Durant and LeBron James won Olympic gold for Team USA and started to become close friends over the years to follow, by working out with each other every summer and even hanging out with one another. But moving on to the start of the 2010-2011 season, Durant announced on Twitter that he'd signed a 5-year contract extension with the Oklahoma City Thunder worth approximately $86 million. For the second consecutive year, he led the NBA in scoring, averaging 28 points per game, and led the Thunder to a 55-game winning season, where they were the 4th seed in the Western Conference. In the playoffs, Oklahoma City defeated the Denver Nuggets and Memphis Grizzlies in the first 2 rounds, before being matched up against the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals, in which they lost in 5 games, where the Mavs actually went on to win the NBA championship that year. But the next season was shortened a bit due to the NBA lockout, but this didn't slow down KD or LeBron James. During that 2011 year, LeBron and Kevin Durant played wherever they could while the league was down, including in parks, college arenas, high school gyms, and KD and LeBron even teaming up for a charity game in OKC. Also during 2011, while having some time away from the game, Durant and LeBron actually hit a recording studio to make a new song called It Ain't Easy that recently got leaked. With the shortened season that year, the excitement immediately came when it was playoff time. In Game 1 of the first round against Dallas, it was clear that KD wasn't playing any games. Durant actually had a game winner with 1.5 seconds remaining on the clock, and the Thunder went on to defeat Dallas. And then the Lakers, and even the San Antonio Spurs, making it to their first ever NBA Finals. But going up against the Big Three in Miami is what made Kevin Durant become the player he is today. Losing to the Miami Heat and LeBron James, even though Durant led all players on both teams, averaging 31 points per game, was definitely no fault on his part. But LeBron just seemed too ready to bring his own first championship home. But moving on a couple years, in the 2013-2014 season, Durant averaged 36 points per game while scoring 30 or more points in 12 straight games, including a career-high 54 points against the team he was soon to join in the Golden State Warriors. In April, he actually surpassed Michael Jordan's record for consecutive games scoring 25 points or more, and he did this 41 times in a row. The Thunder finished the year with 59 wins, and Durant was the clear favorite to win the MVP, which he did by averaging 32 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Moving on to his final year that he spent in Oklahoma City though, in 2015-2016, he averaged 28 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. In the playoffs, after defeating the Dallas Mavericks, OKC moved on to face the Spurs in the second round and defeated them as well in 6 games. Now this is when things got interesting when they were matched up against the record-setting 73-win Golden State Warriors in the conference finals. Now despite being up 3-1, the Thunder were defeated in 7 games, and then later on in the summer, after the Warriors blew their own 3-1 lead, they went on to sign KD that summer, and this was viewed as the most controversial move in sports history. Now KD has done nothing but prove his haters and people that have doubted him wrong by being named MVP of both the finals the Warriors have won with him against the Cavs, and now looking forward to making a three-peat by adding yet another All-Star in DeMarcus Cousins. Not to mention, KD made some of the biggest shots during crucial parts of those games in the past 2 finals, including one over LeBron and one that LeBron didn't want any part of. But with that being said, it makes sense for KD to be leaving the Warriors after this year, with him already living in that California area, wanting to secure as much money as possible, and also attempting to switch up his legacy. The rumors surrounding him joining the Lakers with LeBron James makes complete sense. Earlier on in the year, when teammate Draymond said, "We don't need you, we won before you even joined us," imagine a duo of arguably the 2 best players in the entire league surrounded by their young upcoming and also veteran talent in LA. Recently, KD said this about LeBron and the Lakers: "So much hype comes from being around LeBron from other people. He has so many fanboys in the media. Even the best writers just fawn over him. I'm like, we're playing basketball here, and it's not even about basketball at certain points. So I get why anyone wouldn't want to be in that environment because it's toxic. Especially when the attention is BS attention, fluff. It's not LeBron's fault at all. It's just the fact you have so many groupies in the media that love to hang on every word. Just get out of the way and let us play basketball." Now this could mean one of 2 things. Either Kevin Durant was just trying to persuade all the young upcoming superstars that are eligible for free agency to not come to LA, or he himself doesn't want to join. So it'll be interesting to see if these remarks will actually eliminate him from teaming up with King James. But with all of that being said, what do you guys think of KD's career on and off the court up to this point? Will Durant and LeBron team up in LA this summer? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, drop a like if you enjoyed, but I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.